Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to Applied Thermodynamics by McConkey with Dr. Abid Hussain. So, in this lecture, we are solving problem 1.14 and problem 1.4. A nozzle is a device for increasing the velocity of a steadily flowing fluid. At the inlet to a certain nozzle, the specific enthalpy of the fluid is 3025 kilojoule per kg and the velocity is 16 meter per second. At the exit from the nozzle, the specific enthalpy is 2790 kilojoule per kg and the nozzle is horizontal and there is a negligible heat loss from it. First I write data from these. So first H1 initial enthalpy is given as 3025 kilojoule per kg and C1 is equal to 60 meter per second and H2 is equal to 2790 kilojoule per kg. The nozzle is horizontal. It means that no elevation at inlet and exit are same. Z1 is equal to Z2. So Z2 is minus Z1 is equal to Z2 minus Z1 is equal to 0. There is negligible heat loss. Negligible heat loss matlab mean that Q dot is equal to 0. And nozzle there is no change in volume. So we take work output or power equal to 0. So Z2 minus Z1 is equal to 0, Q dot is equal to 0 and W is equal to 0. Now in part number 1 required the velocity of the fluid at exit. It means that C2 is required. In part number 2 the rate of flow of fluid m dot is required. M dot is required if the inlet area A1 is equal to 0.1 square meter 0.1 square meter and volume initial volume V1 is equal to 0.19 meter cube per kg. And at part number 3 find the exit area of the nozzle. Find A2. When the specific volume at the nozzle exit, it means that V2 is equal to 0.5 meter cube per kg. Now first we solve part number 1. So the steady flow equation is m dot h1 plus c1 square by 2 plus z1g plus q dot plus w dot is equal to m dot h2 plus c2 square by 2 plus z2g. Now q dot no heat loss, q dot is 0 and nozzle work is negligible and z1 and z2 same level. Z1 is equal to Z2, so Z2 minus Z1 is equal to 0. If I write Z1G to right side, so Z2 minus Z1 into G and Z2 minus 1 is 0, so this term will be equal to 0. So M dot H and so the equation is M dot H1 plus C1 square by 2 is equal to M dot H2 plus C2 square by 2. Now both sides divide by m dot. So m dot will be equal to, we cancel with m dot and this m dot will be cancelled with m dot. So we have to find in part number first m dot, sorry, C2. So C2 square divided by 2 is equal to H1 minus H2 plus C1 square divided by 2. So C2 square is equal to 2 into H1 minus H2. The value of H1 is equal to 3025 kilojoule per kg minus the value of H2 is equal to 2790 kilojoule per kg plus C1 square. The value of C1 is 60 meter per second square divided by 2. So C2 square is equal to 3025 minus 200 2790. This is n 2 multiplied by 3025 kilojoule per kg minus 2090 kilojoule per kg, and 60 square is equal to 3600 divided by 2. So 2 ones are 2, 2 18s are 1800 meter square per second square, and we know that meter square per second square is equal to joule per kg, because joule per kg is equal to the value of joule is Newton meter and divided by kilogram. Newton is equal to kilogram meter per second square, and write this meter and this kilogram. This is meter, so kilogram is cancelled to kilogram, so meter multiplied by meter is equal to meter square per second square. So 1800 meter square per second square is equal to 1800 joule per kg, and in kilojoule per kg this will equal to 1.8 kilojoule, because divided by 1000 to convert into kilojoule. So C2 square is equal to 4, add these two terms, minus 2790 will be equal to 473 or as we have point C, so convert these value into meter square per second square. No need of this term. This is true, but no need of this term, because convert these values into meter square per second square. So this will be equal to 3025 multiplied by, write 10 power 3 instead of k, and joule per kg is equal to meter square per square second minus 2790 multiplied by kilo 10 power 3, and joule per kg is equal to meter square per second square, and this is already equal to 1800 meter square per second square plus 1800 meter square per second square. So C2 square, add these two minus this term and then multiply by 2. So C2 square is equal to 473600 meter square per second square. And to find C, take under root on both sides. So C2 is equal to 688 meter per second. This is part number 1. Now we are solving part number 2. In part number 2, m dot is required, and we know that m dot is equal to C A divided by V. So this implies that m dot is equal to C1 A1 divided by V, and all these values are given. C1 is equal to 60 meter per second. This is velocity. A1 is area, inlet area, and this is equal to given in the problem 0.1 square meter, and specific volume is given as 0.19 meter cube per kg. So meter cube will be equal to this meter square, and meter. Kilogram will be in double division above and second will be below, kilogram per second. So m dot, this is simple calculation, 60 multiplied by 0.1 divided by 0.19 is equal to 31.58 kilogram per second. And in third part, find in third part find A2. So we know that m dot is equal to Ca divided by V, which is equal to, so this implies that m dot is equal to C2 A2 divided by V. Rearrange this equation to find A2. So A2 is equal to m dot V divided by C2. The value of m dot is equal to 31.58 kilogram per second. The value of V is V2 is, this is V2. The value of V2 is 0.5 meter cube per kg, 0.5 meter cube per kg, and the value of C2 is equal to 688 meter per second. 688 meter per second. This second will be in double division. So second will be cancelled with second. Kilogram will be equal, cancel with kilogram. 1 meter is cancelled with 1 meter. So this is meter square. So A2 is equal to, this is simple calculation. Multiply these two terms divided by 688. So the answer will be 0.0229 meter square. And this is the final result. So for more videos, please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.